Hey, true believers, Englentine here, and gonna be with Weaponized Nerd Rage Comics Division and my brother Chef Jack, giving you the reasons why we hated 2017 Marvel. And there's a lot of reasons. This was a lot easier list for us to come up with than the best of, tell you the truth. Now, this is the part of the live stream we did. I hope you enjoy, so kick back, relax, and here we go. Alrighty, now we talked about the best of Marvel. Time to get on to what we really are here for. What are the worst issues and things going on? Let's start again with Mr. Comics Division. What is your 10 through 6 on the worst?
Okay, so at number 10, I have She-Hulk, also known as Hulk.
Hulk.
It's not a title I've been closely following, but the one issue I did read and I did a review on was just, it was bad, but it wasn't like super bad. You know, there are things they could have done to make it a little better. It just kind of came off as She-Hulk hating men. Yeah, that was the date night issue.
I did a review of the first couple, and it was like, this is a book about getting coffee. And then he handed it to me. And I think, believe it or not, I think the highest rating I gave it was 3 stars.
Yeah.
And ironically, it was the date night issue that you just mentioned.
Yeah. I did read the first issue, and I was like, my God, this book is boring. She didn't even turn into She-Hulk. Toss.
It was horrible, horrible.
Yeah.
All right, keep going.
Number 9, I have Marvel Legacy. I just thought it was a bit of a train wreck of a book. It didn't have any SJW nonsense. I just found it to be a disorganized mess, and honestly, just a lot of stuff I didn't care about. At number 8, I had Captain America, Sam Wilson, mainly because once I got done with the AmeriCops subplot or plot, I was just like, I stopped caring. I really did. It's like this book, I was so done with this book. Number 7 was the Steve Rogers one, just mainly because at this point, I was just tired of Nick Spencer and I wanted him to go away. And at number 6, I have honestly, I probably should put this lower, but I have X-Men versus Inhumans. That was the book that made me rage quit both the Inhumans titles as well as the X-Men titles. So I was that was like my moment of fuck you, Marvel, I'm done.
Screw you guys, I'm out of here.
Seriously. It was just terrible.
Alrighty. Are there any SJW comics that are actually good? Ms. Marvel. People think that she's an SJW title, and I don't think so. I think she's done well. There are elements, though, in that book, but overall, I think it's the best.
I agree. I think it's a cute and funny book at times.
They never override the greater storyline. That's the thing. You'll see them on the fringes of the story, or it'll be like in the last couple of, what was the one story where the private security organization that had its own supervillains were trying to arrest Ms. Marvel because she was a Muslim and therefore potential terrorist.
Yeah.
And after all that was resolved and the good guys won and the bad guys were going to jail and all, that was when they went, and everybody's welcome to the mosque to celebrate, Multicultural Diversity Day. And it's like,
let's see that happen in real life.
And no, my reaction was, okay, well, sure, why not? The good guys win. We're celebrating. It just happens that we're celebrating in a mosque. Okay, it felt a little forced, but it didn't feel like I was getting hit over the head with a hammer.
Yeah, it can do that. So, okay, what is your 10 through 6 there, Chef Jack?
Well, actually, I like to think of them as my let's see.
Well, let's think of them as your 10 through 6. What do you got?
It's my 11 through 15.
Okay.
First up would be Doctor Strange. And yes, I know I also put that on my best list. But remember how I said that it started out as crap and got better? Well, the important part of that phrase in this context is it started out as crap. My
So the beginning of the year is not good.
The Secret Empire bullshit was horrible. Oh my God. It was like, let's find one more contrived reason why the most powerful sorcerer in the known universe can't break out of a trap created by the one guy that he's been able to kick in the balls anytime he's wanted to. It's like, yeah, sure, right. Well, the Cosmic Cube did it. Yeah, except Stephen Strange already works on the same level as the Cosmic Cube. He already is powerful on that same level. So, okay, Cosmic Cube makes a change. Stephen Strange is supposed to be able to change it back.
Right.
So, and the fact that I am such a huge Doctor Strange fanboy, it just pissed me off.
We're talking about a guy who could beat down Galactus.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, come on.
So, what's your number 9?
Deadpool. It got so aggravating. The storylines were stupid. The characterization was annoying, and not the fun way. And before anybody does this, well, you just dislike the character. No, I loved the movie. I loved Ryan Reynolds in the role.
Yeah.
The script was clever. None of the things that made me love the movie appeared in the comic book, as far as I was concerned.
Rarely is writing a funny character is hard to do, because if you're not funny, it's gonna be bad. Just bad.
Yeah. Well, it was. It was.
I mean, in Deadpool's defense, the parts where it was him and his family were really good, in my opinion.
Well, yeah, but we shouldn't be judging it by which turd in the bowl.
Yeah, no. It's been bad, but I'm saying, there are points in it where this guy definitely should have understood, okay, this is where I'm good and this is where I should have gone,
right,
as opposed to where he went. Because multi-millionaire, that whole story arc where suddenly he's got a load of money and he's got his own fan shop and he's the one payrolling. How many storylines were there with Marvel in 2017 about who's funding the Avengers? I think it was 6.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Yep. Hey, Nerdy Texan Accountant, how you doing? The live stream on Underground Comics channel is ended. Alrighty.
Next on my list is Spider-Gwen. I found Spider-Gwen to be disjointed. It didn't seem to have any sort of internal logic. It was just, let's throw in things until people finally start liking the title. And of course, nobody ever liked the title, because doing that does not engender affection among your readers. On top of it all, it just, my God, it's just, this was one of those SJW Hammer comics, I wanted to like the character, because I think that the basic idea for the character is pretty good. Even if we're going to talk about an alternate universe character, this was just awfully done. After that was the Wasp, which is so cringeworthy that I honestly,
I absolutely forgot that title came out this year.
Yeah,
I really did. That's why it's not on my list. It's because I
wonder why.
Forgot that was on my list. I had it for the first few issues, and then Jack grabbed it when we decided to split up the Marvel Universe, which was not what's feeling sad about. But I always thought it was kind of a throwaway, but you hated it.
Do you remember what I said when they announced that it was being canceled? I literally, guys, I looked at him and went, oh, thank God. I don't have to read that shit anymore.
Because the science.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Does every freaking female character have to be a genius? Actually, it's any Marvel character now. I'm the smartest guy in the world. I would like to put all of the smartest people in the Marvel Universe, and it'll be everybody. Into the freaking Astrodome and let them fight it out.
When everyone's the smartest, nobody's the smartest.
Nobody.
So
is. That's how.
Yet they all act like idiots.
That way, it makes that I can see that story happening. You put all the so-called smartest women, the smartest characters in the Marvel Universe together, and I think all of them except Amadeus Cho will be female. They kill each other, and then just as the survivor steps out of the Superdome, that's when you bring back Reed Richards and have them bitch slap whoever it is and go, "You ain't nothing." Bam.
The smartest person on the planet wouldn't have gone to the Astrodome.
Yeah.
All right.
And lastly,
what's
my
your
number 6 is Monsters Unleashed.
Oh, I avoided that steaming pile.
My God, that was a horrible book. That was a horrible book.
I think you just reminded everybody in the chat that Monsters Unleashed is being published.
Still.
Yeah.
It's just horrible. Honestly, it got to the point where I went, nope, I'm not going to review this anymore. I mean, seriously, I stopped reviewing it sometime around August, and I haven't reviewed it since. You know, it just got worse and worse and worse. And
you
now,
just threw out a title. You didn't. You just stopped. Well, you stopped reviewing everything, but you just decided, hey, I'm going to not do, even though they're publishing it. Wow.
it's not
Dalton
the only
Mortimer's
one.
asking,
Really, you didn't notice that I also did it to a couple of other titles? Wow.
Can we stop writing Doctor Strange like a B-rate Tony Stark with magic? I would appreciate that. I think that's
that would be wonderful in my opinion.
Yeah. Why are there two characters in the same universe calling themselves Spider-Man? That's a good question. I don't know. Now that Iceman's canceled and Teen Jean Grey is dead, the gay spell needs to be broken. That would be good, especially considering she converted the young Iceman and not the older one.
Killed off young Jean Grey.
Oh, wait, did we just get a spoiler in the comment section? I haven't read that book yet. I don't know.
I haven't been reading it all. I've been ignoring it, so I don't care.
I haven't read Resurrection yet. What do you have for your 10 through 6 there, Rage?
For most cringe, I have number 10. Surprised this hasn't come up yet. Invincible Iron Man.
This is for your worst?
Yeah.
Really? You don't like Riri Williams?
I'm such a racist, aren't I? Just a bad little racist.
Wow. You must really hate iron people. You suck.
They need more carbon. It becomes. They need more carbon. They have to become steel people, and superiority. Number 9, Black Panther and the Crew. That was 2017, right?
Yeah, that's 2017. I would have to ask, really? You liked it that much?
And that's about as far as I'm going to talk about that book. Number 8, Captain America Sam Wilson. Talk about destroying what could have been a really cool concept.
No kidding.
I was a huge supporter of, yes, it makes sense for Sam Wilson to take the fucking shield. I was screaming that when they handed Bucky the shield. Mm-hmm. Okay? And then they turned him they made him Captain America with the worst costume ever. Okay. My first introduction to Sam Wilson as Captain America was when he had a 1-issue appearance in The Punisher, and him and Frank Castle just beat the hell out of each other. And I'm like, if this is the Captain America I'm getting, this is going to be amazing. And nope, they messed it all up. He was not Captain America. He was Captain Harlem. Okay.
That's a really good way of explaining it.
Yeah, most of the books took place in Harlem. Number 7, Avengers Worlds Collide.
Oh.
Talk about a story that went from A to B and nothing happened. Like
that's their legacy reboot too. Like, oh God, this is
I actually forgot.
It makes so much more sense when you see Mark Waid's name is on the title. I thought the evolving of Vision and how much sense does this make? The High Evolutionary evolves Viv, okay, and she loses her powers and becomes human. What the fuck about that is evolution, okay? And then the most anticlimactic death for any character. It could have been good. Waid was on the cusp of writing a good issue with that and a good death for Viv, and then wah, wah. Number 6, Dan Slott's Amazing Spider-Man. I don't think I have to say anything more, do I?
No, you really don't.
I am going to do a video on Dan Slott in about 4 days. It's going to piss everybody off.
I've got one in the pipeline as well.
Yeah, it's going to piss everybody in the center off.
Actually going to write a what is that? A defense, if you will, not a defense, but a.
Well,
he's
it's
kind of
like the Star Wars
kind of thing.
It's kind of like the Star Wars thing. I want to get people talking, and I mentioned in Star. And once again, I know that Doug did a review of Star Wars. I know that just some guy. They are great videos. You should see them. But I want to know your opinion on why you think Star Wars is an SJW movie. I have a question about something that came up with Dan Slott that I want people to explain, and that way we can have a conversation. So I'm going to be doing these videos where I ask a question or put a controversial opinion out there and then do the comments. And the one coming up with Dan Slott is why you guys are wrong about the shirt. All righty. So what you got there? What you got next?
That was 10 through 6.
So yeah, you're up, Bing. You're up, Bing.
Oh, it's my turn. Okay. No, I don't secretly like Dan Slott, although I do openly like Dan Slott's She-Hulk run. I think that his is one of the best. That was in the year the 2000s. He did a great run on She-Hulk. I will defend that, but for Spider-Man, I cannot defend anything. All righty, my number 10 was Spider-Men. Is a miniseries that teams up Peter Parker with Miles Morales to do absolutely nothing. To me, it seemed like a reaction to the fact that people were mad that Miles Morales isn't in the movie. So they said, well, we got to do something with him. They did this to show it's okay. And absolutely nothing has come of this miniseries. It was boring as hell. And it has a little bit of dimension hopping and time travel. And it's just, guys, just stop with a Spider-Man. Put Miles Morales back in his own universe and let him be him and be awesome again. I think that would be awesome.
Especially after that book shows the Ultimate Universe is still there.
That would be nice. Send him home. Number 9, Comics Division had this on it. I have to mention it, and that is the Legacy one-shot. The thing that's supposed to set up the entire Marvel Universe going forward to bring it back to basics, and it was a convoluted mess of a book. Starting from the cover, which Nerd Wonder did a great video about, all the way to the reveal that Wolverine somehow cracked out of an adamantium statue and is holding a Infinity Stone.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, they're going to be doing Where's Waldo with Wolverine in the January issues. So that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Just me and Comics Division basically had the same books.
They haven't caught on that Wolverine isn't the most popular Marvel character anymore, have they?
Well, he's been gone for a while.
Jack, you have not caught on that Riri Williams is the most popular, okay? It's being made so awesome, and Captain Marvel is the most popular. I guess, I don't know. It just doesn't make sense. My number 8 was X-Men versus Inhumans. I agree with Comics Division on just about everything. It was so poorly written. And the fact that Magneto comes into the big battle and an Inhuman attacks him with a freaking metal sentinel. Wait, I'm sorry, what? Why? It should have been Magneto shows up and the war's over, and Magneto's eating a bowl of ramen noodles while watching everybody, die from the lack of iron in their blood.
Not only that, there's the whole, oh, what do you mean? If we actually talked to each other, we could have avoided this whole conflict.
Yeah. You're exactly right, because they even say that at the end. It says, well,
they did. I was like,
the thing that was so annoying about that is at the end, Medusa says, well, if you just told us it was killing you all off, we would have done something. You knew this was happening. Hank McCoy told you that in issue fucking 1.
Yep. Yes.
Yep. And it was how about, you're killing us. Okay, fine. Fight. It would have been just one conversation, and it would have been. It's a dummy plot. That's a dummy plot right there. You have to be a dummy.
It's only there to build up the Inhumans TV series.
It was only there to suck money out of my wallet.
Yep. And that Inhumans TV show, man, that was so awesome. I have been transformed by the Inhumans TV show.
It's so majestic.
Get out. Get out. Really even when you're lying, just no.
Yeah.
I am proud to say I haven't seen a single episode.
I saw one episode. I was like, what fucking abomination is this?
All I've ever seen is the commercials.
They made the Inhumans the bad guys. Oh, you don't have powers? Down in the mines, motherfuckers. Wait a second. Hold on just a sec. Wait, what? You don't have powers, therefore you're a secondhand. You're a Morlock. You have to go underneath the earth and work. We're supposed to be supporting the Inhumans royal family. In the books, they love every citizen. They care for every citizen. In this one, it was, I'm sorry, I'm not on their side. I'm on Maximus's side. Obviously, they need to be overthrown.
Well, the TV series they've been doing has been crap. Even Agents of Shield is terrible.
Now we're on fighting terms. I dig the Agents of Shield, man. But then again, I like Gotham, and a lot of people don't like.
I like Gotham. I liked it way more than Agents of Shield.
Yeah,
and it has
and
its
he
own
says
special
that
cheese. It does.
Eclectic says he saw a panel that says he holds the opinion that Thor is his equal. I would have loved to have seen Thor come down and beat the shit out of Magneto and go, "How equal do you feel?" Yeah, he's a god. You're not. You're a mutant.
I don't know. Magneto's done some pretty godly level shit.
Yeah, he does. But a lot of the stuff that powers magnets, Thor controls.
Well, yeah, but here's the thing. What is one of the 4 strong universal forces?
Yeah,
the force that Thor controls.
Yeah. Without that jolt,
if you actually had a physicist who was writing Magneto, he would be more powerful than 95% of the people on that planet.
Yeah, sure, I would agree with you.
Yeah, but the whole problem with that is you'd have to have a physicist writing him.
Wait, I want to see. I got a comment here. I see a comment saying, "I only watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. for Chloe Bennett, and I would like to see if the people in the comment section know this channel enough to know who my favorite character is."
On Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Yeah, on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
It has been so long since I've watched that show. Chloe Bennett is the person who she's the Inhuman agent who creates the vibrations. I can't remember the comic book name.
It really would not be hard to figure out who my favorite character is.
Yeah, no, it's not, because you have a type, dude.
I do. I definitely have a type.
Yeah, and, Agent May. Thank you. I couldn't remember her name.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just say I think he
Asian
likes
lady, Agent May. AOS. The season is running around the soundstage. Oh, I actually haven't seen this new season yet, and they're supposed to be in space. Nah, they're right, Samurai Raccoon. I've got a type, and Ming-Na Wen definitely fits that type.
Yes, she does.
I'm a Mulan fan. What you gonna do?
She's also very attractive, so you know.
Even if she is not a great actress in a lot of those episodes.
No,
is she acting?
Not.
I never noticed.
She's
she's our age, so it's good.
She's not my particular, she's not my favorite actress. But then my favorite actress has started doing episodes of The Orville, and I'm like, okay. She shows up for 5 minutes, but I don't care. First time I ever saw Kelly Hu in a movie was when it was in The Scorpion King. When she comes up out of that pool completely naked and she flips that
that's really nice. That's really nice. First time I saw her, she was getting her neck snapped by Jason, and Friday the 13th Goes to Manhattan. Okay, my number 7 to continue the countdown is Hulk, which we talked a little bit about, the best book ever written about a coffee shop and a walk to work. That is, oh my God. Stop. I don't care what it became. What it started with is a woman who goes to work and goes to the coffee shop. And at the end, she goes, "Oh, I'm feeling bad. Grrr." And then the cover for the next issue always promises that big Hulk out. And it wouldn't happen.
It feels like you described an episode of Friends.
Yeah, we go to work, we go to the coffee shop, we come home, we bitch about life. Yeah, that's Friends. Except for boring and dull and God damn it would be shit.
I think you're describing Friends, but that's just me.
That book is so bad. The Hulk is so bad. And it's the She-Hulk, you dumb fucks. Right away you get it wrong. Right away.
But that's like gender normative.
Oh, shut up.
And number 6 is the second of the event comics, and that's Generations. Yeah, and I understand Spider-Man was good, but that was the only good one.
I had already forgotten about Generations at this point.
One of my videos, type in "I love comics, Wolverine Generations." You will have King Blast. That was horrible. I did the whole thing in Wolverine voice.
God, I want to say I did the same thing too.
That book was awful. That was the worst of them, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's it. She's better than me.
I can't believe she's better than me.
Everything I do. Because I'm the best at what I do, but apparently she's better than I am. So that makes me the worst at what I do.
Mostly because she's younger and she's hotter and she's female. Obviously because she's female. I'm just a white guy and therefore I'm useless.
Can you help me get this? Can you help me get this sword out of my bag? Yeah, I'll do that. Phew. You're just gonna ignore the one on my shoulder, bitch. You know what I'm saying? I think because that was actually a scene. That was a scene from the goddamn thing. Because he pulls a sword out and he's got a sword in his back, and she's just ignoring him. Like, damn, bitch, come on, the hell you doing? And there's that one where, she throws a sword. Oh, you missed. No, I didn't miss. And she grabs a cloth and smells it. I'm like, bitch, unless they came in the same car, it could be you could be going to one of a million places here. We're gonna follow them back because I sniffed their clothing. What a horrible book. But yeah, the generations, all of them were just so freaking horrible. How bad can they be? I get drunk and yell at comments too close to call. Thor's hammer can only be lifted by the worthy. Magneto may think he has worthy aims. That's true. That's true. But can the power of magnetism do it?
Good point.
So yeah, that's my
according to Ultimates, yeah.
6. Well, there you go.
Yeah, I mean he lifted it in Ultimates. We got a horrible storyline because of it.
Oh yeah, that's right. The actual. Oh, okay. I remember that. I remember that. So there you go. That's my 10 through 6 comics division. What's your 5 through 2?
Okay. Initially, I'm gonna have to fess up here that I changed this. Initially, number 5, I had the Wasp. I had to change it to Amazing Spider-Man.
Oh, okay. Gotta throw some Dan Slott
because fuck you, Dan Slott. That's why.
That's one of the reasons.
Yes, that's one of the many reasons. It's just I found the writing to be very lazy, and that made me angry. Up next, I have at number 4, Mark Waid's Captain America. And do I really need to go into reasons there because that book?
Yes, please, by all means, because you're not talking about. Well, you did bring up the other one, so I've heard some people give it good reviews.
I thought the first one was okay. The second one was a lot worse, mainly because it's like they had Dick Dastardly as the villain, and it was the entire plot was like right out of the Hanna-Barbera playbook. It was
the Wacky Racers. I saw your review. You compared it to the Wacky Racers. Good job.
The left job. Yeah, seriously, that book was horrible, absolutely horrible. At number 3, I have Iceman. Because
why?
Why? I don't know. Because it doesn't treat gay people like people.
Wait, hold on. They're people?
Yes.
I did not know that.
Well, yes, they are. They are people.
I thought they were just caricatures.
Yeah,
I thought it was just a TV thing.
That's what it is, that the book was nothing but a fucking caricature of a gay person. And at number 2, I have America, again, for obvious reasons.
Oh, yeah.
That is. Oh, and I'm getting back to starting at the new year. I'm going to do all the ones I've missed and get back to America roasting.
Thank God.
the 45-minute long roasts, pointing out everything that everybody else forgot. There you go. So, Chef Jack, well, hold on. Let's check out some comments here for being such an evil. Oh, okay. Talking about Dan Slott. Sure gets a lot of wishes for him to get fucked. James Hayes. We all want Dan Slott to get laid, apparently.
Yeah, well, if maybe he gets laid, he will have a better life, and maybe he will be less bitter and produce good books.
Look, all I'm saying is that a 50-year-old virgin cannot keep writing stories about romance, all right?
Maranya says, because the book left him cold. Wah, wah, wah. Talking about Iceman. That's funny. No, not Gabby. Finally, the lighter. They hear the lighter light up. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty. The top 5 worst. Weaponized has to hook up the lighter.
Yeah, because my other lighter, my Bix, ran out of fucking fuel, so I had to go refuel my Zippo.
Y2KNW. If you have not seen one of my America roasts, by all means, go to the channel after this. Type in America. You're gonna have a good time. I really am proud of issue number 5, but number 6, all of them are pretty cool. But yeah, check him out. The panel, basically. All righty, Chef Jack, what do you have your 5 through 2?
Well, at number 5, I've got Invincible Iron Man because, hey, Riri Williams.
Riri Williams.
I'm sorry, I gotta interrupt real quick. Eric Breen points out, surely there is a sex robot out there for Dan Slott.
I don't think they pay you that much at Marvel.
Sex robot. So long as there's not a sex robot of Dan
do
Slott.
Do they make sex robots shaped like goats?
Oh, ouch. Dude, that's brutal.
Here's the thing, though. They also already make a sex toy of Dan Slott. It's existed for many, many years. It's called a beanbag.
Oh, God.
No, seriously.
Riri Williams.
Where do we start with Riri Williams? I mean, she's a Mary Sue. Apparently, if you criticize her for being a Mary Sue, you're a racist. If you criticize Mark Waid for his bad writing, you're a racist. You know, was there anything ever enjoyable about Invincible Iron Man? Not.
I don't remember an
Wait,
issue.
yes. I actually had fun with one scene, and it was the scene where she tells the teacher, she walks up to the teacher
issue number 8
and says, I'm gonna be an astronaut or whatever it is, and the teacher goes, okay, and she's like, what? No, but you know,
how did you think that was a good?
How can you know, why aren't you oppressing me? And it's like, because
you can be anything
you want, because this is not America in the 1950s. Because feminists have won, because everybody has equality before the law.
I want to know what he was thinking. You know, like, I want to know his thoughts. I want to know what Brian Michael Ben, what is he trying to convey with that scene? Because I don't know. You know what? Save it, because we have Sunday.
Because editorial.
So we can talk on Sunday about best and worst comic book moments. I have a feeling that issue number 8 is going to be in there a couple of lists.
Right. So my number 4 is Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe. Or
I forgot that book existed.
What I like to call the most contrived piece of crap I have ever seen. I'm serious. It's like every issue was, there's no way Deadpool realistically ought to have been able to kill these characters, but we did it anyway using stupidity. It made my brain hurt. It really did. It made my brain hurt. At number 3, I've got Amazing Spider-Man and Venom. And the primary reason is because of the character Itsy Bitsy, who I thought was idiotic and who I hope never to see again.
Got a little bit of conflict there.
Sorry, but I got to call it like I see it. And my number 2 is America.
Wow, I'm surprised everybody doesn't like this book. Dalton Mortimer says regarding America, I still rage quit over Arcade using mindless ones. Also re-sassing Dr. Frickin' Doom. What the fuck? Honestly,
Seriously, what the fuck is with the mindless ones lately? They're in like everything.
Everything, yeah. It really is bad. America, man, Jack, go.
Well, what can
it's your list. It's your turn. What do you want to point out?
What can I say that you haven't already done in all your reviews? Everybody knows. Everybody who's read this book. I mean, how about the fact that there has been no white male characters, with the single exception of Captain America, who wasn't an active villain trying to harm America.
Yeah, but he was played off as an idiot.
Well, yes, he was, but he wasn't actively trying to hurt our hero, our heroine. How about the fact that even the straight girls decided that they wanted to have sex with America, since it's obvious that lesbian love is just much more pure right spirit.
If we're talking about that, I want to save that. Just trust me, that's going to be talked about.
You know, I mean,
that will definitely be talked about on Sunday.
You know, and I'm trying. I'm I try when I review books. I try very hard not to blame the book for its writer, if you know what I mean. Other than writing skill. I mean, yeah, if Black Panther is a racist pile of trash, it's because Ta-Nehisi Coates is a racist
pile of trash. Yeah.
He's putting racism in the book. But Jesus fucking God.
I know, America, right? Okay, Nerd Rage, what do you got for us? 5 through 2.
Number 5, Spider-Man 2, a complete and total disjointed mess. Every time I picked up an issue of Amazing Spider-Man 2, I felt like there was an issue that I had missed. And then I would go back and read the previous issue, and then I'm like, no, that's issue 5. I just read issue 4. Where the hell is 4.5?
It's not like it has tie-ins where maybe I missed the tie-in. It's just from one issue to the next. You're right.
I mean, everybody had forgotten about Spider-Man 1 by this point. This book, I believe, only came about because Bendis knew he was going to be leaving, and he didn't want that plot point hanging, so he wrote it so that somebody else didn't come in and fuck it up. And then he fucked it up.
Awesome.
And not to mention, apparently we have Ultimate's Taskmaster now in the main universe, and nobody cares. And even though they did that and he's still there, the 616 Miles Morales is surprised that he jumped over to the 1610 universe. I mean, and then, you know, he all of a sudden he's besties with Wilson Fisk. Just nothing about this book made a drop of sense. Number 4, I had Captain America Steve Rogers. Because why the fuck not? It just the part that got me the most was the stupid little Hydra tattoo that he would draw on his chest before going to sit down with the Red Skull.
That's so dumb.
I mean, there was nothing redeemable about that book in any way. No, sorry. There was one scene, and that was when Captain America threw the Red Skull out of the building, and you see his destroyed body on the beach. And the only reason we got that scene was because they gutted Red Skull in Uncanny Avengers shortly before Zub took over the title. So that wasn't even Nick Spencer's idea. Number 3 is Iceman. Because I swear to this day, I will say, Cena Grace is not gay. His only knowledge of gay people comes from MTV specials. I mean, the brainwashing thing is just like, hey, this is the myth that Republicans put out about gays converting their children. I mean, the horrible depiction of the nightclub scenes and everything, where it's just like, if you're gay, everything is a pride fest 24/7. It's just absolute fabulousness from dusk to dawn, okay? They turned... Sorry?
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
As a gay man, did you learn to be gay through a book?
No. I mean, everything about that book is bullshit. Just...
Step 1, be fabulous. Step 2.
They took Bobby Drake from a guy who was like James Bond level suave to the guy who wears short shorts, a crop top, and his ass whistles while he's riding his pink moped down Miami Beach. Okay. Number 2 is the obvious one. It's just on all 3 of our lists at the same spot. And I've got a feeling number 1 is going to be the same for all of us too. America Chavez.
Alrighty. I know. At this point, is like, what can we say about America? It's blue a lot. I mean, they really
holy menstruations,
and
holy
we all know what our number 1 for the worst book of two.
Hold on, I haven't done mine yet.
Because there's one big one we haven't mentioned. None of us have mentioned.
I haven't done my 5. So
what could it be?
Okay, so I guess I'll jump right on in before we spoil the number 1s. Number 5, I had Spider-Man Dead No More, which was this big Clone Saga thing. I'm like, haven't we done the Clone Saga to death? It's like It's doing Spider-Man Clone Saga is almost as ridiculous as doing another Phoenix story for Jean Grey.
Oh, by the way, did we tell you that young Jean Grey is dead? Guess how they intend to resolve that
I don't know.
story.
I haven't
have
read
no
the book
idea.
yet.
Yeah. It's called Phoenix Resurrection. What do you think is going to happen? But Jesus Lord in heaven, why do another Spider-Man clone story? Why make it as convoluted as you did? The freaking jackal wearing that Egyptian head mask. God, just Dan, go home. Go home, Dan. We don't want you here anymore. Christ in heaven. What a crappy freaking book Dead No More was. Goddamn clones, Samurai Raccoon says. It is horrible. Weaponized nerd rage. It's because people think the mindless ones are puddles from Power Rangers instead of Eldritch Herd Bulks. Talking about America, fake Spanglish. I can easily picture Iceman dancing fork in a disposal due to his portrayal in the books. Let's see. We got goddamn clones. I get that reference. And Nightwolf says, send in the clones. Send in the clones. Lord in heaven, this was such a bad book, and it was all over the place too. And then it was like, oh well, I'm Gwenpool, but no, I'm Spider-Gwen, but I'm Spider-Gwen's clone, and I'm yet another Gwen Stacy. And look, here's another Spider-Man coming in. It was like the worst fucking episode of Mr. Rogers, while Spider-Man is fucking Mr. Rogers, and I don't mean sexually.
And the worst part about it all is it could have, saved itself if it actually pulled the trigger on resurrecting Uncle Ben and did something interesting with that.
Ouch.
And then Slott just didn't do it.
Yeah. Okay. My number 4 was Captain Marvel. Now, you guys mentioned Captain America during the Secret Empire stuff, but Captain Marvel was useless. Literally behind a shield with a person who could teleport through dimensions that could get them underneath the shield. And they just hung around going, and every story was, and we're waiting. And we're waiting.
Hey, is my mic?
We're waiting. Yeah, it is now.
Okay, good.
On
sorry,
top of it all,
my browser crashed or something.
That was 6 months worth of Captain Marvel.
You also had the problem where, once again, the comic book writer ignored the physics of the situation. Oh my God, the shield is impenetrable. Yeah, why can you see the Earth then?
Yeah, and don't you have Monica Rambeau, who is
if you can see the Earth,
light,
you can send light signals up and down.
Actually.
Oh wait, you've got a hero who turns into light.
Remember, she did that with Eunice the Untouchable when he had problems with his force shield. It says his force shield's impenetrable, and she says. Not light
visible light. We can see him.
Yeah, she could turn into light. I remember that.
Let's not even forget the idiocy that they're defending the Earth from the Chitauri waves. Why are you defending the Earth that is behind the indestructible fucking force shield?
I know, that makes no goddamn sense.
Oh, and then of course there was Twiggy. Those three freaking kids with the fucking Tweaky robot. Oh God, but the book just sucked. And that's not even talking about the art that's making her Carl Manvers. Forget about the art for a second. It's
why was what's her name put in a coma for so long?
Because she can burst the shield.
Oh, I see.
It was complete plot contrivance. Because, as a matter of fact, in the Captain Marvel book, she wakes up from the coma and she says, well, now that you're rested, like, bitch, that's not how comas work.
Right? I miss Pile of Hell.
Oh, my God. That just, aneurysm, done. Jesus, Lord in heaven. My number 3 book, we've talked about it 3 times so far. The 4th, I would agree with Holy Menstruation, but you're not even cutting to the America. America is my number 3. Why is it number 3 and not 2 or 1? Is because it is damn fun to roast. Fun to roast.
The Lilu Dallas Multipass Dance Troupe.
My God, yeah.
That was so terrible.
So I especially love the one wearing the Viewmaster.
We can make a top 10 worst moments of America, much less top 10 worst moments of comics. But as a matter of fact, all 4 of us are like, wait, yeah, I'm on to make the video. But holy crap, is that book bad? So terribly bad. So very, very bad. I like that there is actually a scene where a character gets killed in one issue. It's made a big deal of, and then the next issue she's running around. And my number 2, and once again, we've all talked about it, is Iceman. Just, if it was about the kid, it would make a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Even though he had the conversion therapy, if they gave the kid to the parents who were prejudiced towards mutants and don't feel comfortable around gays, they could have had the same story, a little bit of drama. You could have a story about the parents coming to acceptance, and you could have had the kid dealing with his newfound life as a gay guy, and it would have made sense. But to change 50-year-old Bobby, who has been a horn dog all throughout, into a gay, it just doesn't make sense. It just,
can't you see? It makes perfect sense.
I guess.
Not really.
I guess. Okay, what do we got here? I want Carol Danvers to notice what's happening to her body just moments before her skin breaks up and falls off like in The Fly. And they show that Marvel was growing inside of her. Have they followed up any more of the fallout from Arcade setting up the murder world? I don't know. They haven't, in all honesty. Lucifer says you must sacrifice Squirrel Girl. And done deal. Okay, so what do we have for your number 1 comics division?
Oh, like there is any surprise.
I think everybody should say it at the same time.
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, say it.
Secret Empire. Beautiful.
Yeah, come on, guys. Comics division, rip into it. It's your turn. We're gonna go round robin. We're gonna start with you. Yeah.
What's the one thing? The one thing.
You know what? Can I just say Nick Spencer and call it a day?
If you want to be lazy, sure, go on ahead.
No, it's okay. Just talk about lazy writing as best. The whole what was it? The character Barf being able to barf up a cosmic cube. Obviously this book was so unpopular and so terrible and lazy and contrived that they had to rewrite the ending for it because nobody would accept at this point Falcon as Captain America because of how terrible a job Nick Spencer did with the character. They had an opportunity to do something really great, and Rage mentioned this too with Sam Wilson. Nope, they squandered it. It was complete garbage.
It really was. Maranya saying Englentine explosion in 3, 2. All righty, Chef. You give your 2 cents into why this book completely sucks.
Let's start with the complete and total mishandling of a comic book icon.
Yeah.
The insult delivered to
Moon
Jack
Girl?
Kirby and Joe. Yes, exactly. To Jack Kirby and Joe Simon by making their greatest creation. I mean, everybody talks about, oh, well, I, love the Fourth World stuff and the New Gods stuff and love all the other characters that Kirby did. But Kirby and Simon, above everything else, they created Captain America, and Captain America was their greatest creation. And you've got 2 Jewish men who literally put their lives on the line to stop the Nazis when World War II came around.
Real Nazis, not
real Nazis, not
the Nazis.
And I don't know if anybody, I did some digging into Jack Kirby and Joe Simon to do those history of comics videos. I found out both of those guys were war heroes. Seriously decorated war heroes. And then along comes fuckhead Spencer, who's like, oh no, I'm just going to piss on those graves. Make their greatest creation a Nazi.
And he did it just so he could put Falcon in the Captain America suit. And that's what's like, really bad. It's the whole idea of
how dare you desecrate a cultural icon? How dare you? It offended me. Yep. It wasn't just that the entire thing was written badly, and it was. Oh my God, it was written badly. I mean, for crying out loud, the plot revolved around a Deus Ex Machina whose power was to barf up
literally
other
Deus Ex Machina.
Deus Ex Machina. And
don't forget, we have 2 people to rage here.
Yeah, okay,
One of
sorry.
his name is Rage.
In the end, the reason why it's my number 1 is because it didn't just, it wasn't just bad; it was offensive. It was personally and in my opinion, socially offensive.
I mean, seriously, at that point, Nick Spencer might as well have kind of dug up Jack Kirby's body and take a big old dump on it.
You think he didn't?
He basically did, yeah.
All righty, Rage. Time to rage. What do you got? What's your 2 cents? Because I got a $1.25 waiting.
So keeping on with how it just absolutely destroyed Sam Wilson. Again, I remember to talk about that first appearance of him is Frank Castle sitting in front of the Lincoln Memorial, and the lines. I will remember these lines till the day I die. He says, "I can take out a city, but I can't take on a nation." And then bam, in swings Sam Wilson with a fucking drop kick, just both fucking feet right in the back of Frank's, right in Frank's back. Just amazing, beautiful. And I'm in love with the character from the get-go. And then this happens. They take him from being Captain America, him having all those, speeches about how what he's doing is right. He stands up to each and every one. And no. It started as Secret Empire. He's then helping people illegally cross the border, and he's thrown away being Captain America because reasons. Everything about this book was terrible. I mean, one of the other things that really got me, and I don't know why this stuck with me so much, is when Wilson finally puts the costume back on and he's ready to go. They're like, okay, we're going to hand the guy who's not wearing a shred of armor to fly through the sky that is littered with fucking World War II era bombers and fighter planes to get up there and use the Cosmic Cube. I'm like, why are you not sending the guy wearing the 2,000 pounds of fucking armor? Why is that not Tony Stark's fucking job?
How about the fact that he got shot through the heart with a 50 caliber fucking gun, and he still can do anything with the cosmic? No, dude, sorry, that's a game ender. That's not like
there is no heart anymore at that point.
Don't tell me that.
But the cube like made him heal it.
No.
There's no heart. There's no spine. There are no organs. There's no.
There's no
his whole torso is gone.
And look, don't even before you get to that point, there's this beautiful scene that between him and the Patriot or whatever his name is, the young kid from Young Avengers and such, and they're talking about, and we shouldn't grab onto old symbols, and it's not all about that, it's about the people. The people are American, that's what makes it strong, and we should toss away old symbols. So you see Falcon, listen to him, and he's serious. So what does he do? He gets into his Captain America outfit. I'm like, God,
and he puts on an old symbol.
Damn you, Nick. If he showed up as himself, as the Falcon, that would have been so much better. And let's not even, God damn it, you talk about Carol Danvers stuck up in a shield for no fucking reason. You got the chicken.
Let's not even remember, okay?
A working cosmic cube.
We broke Eglinton.
What? Okay, one second, guys. Everybody take a deep breath. Everybody take a deep breath.
Even worse than all of that, okay, Secret Empire fucked up another character who nobody even, seems to mention because there was just so much shit to talk about. Not even that. Bruce Banner.
No.
Oh.
Because,
now the
Hulk hand resurrects.
Supposed to be ultimate.
Yeah, but here's the thing. They resurrected Bruce Banner's corpse in Uncanny Avengers like a month before this, and then they kill the body and burn it. There's nothing left, and then they do that. And then they resurrect him randomly in fucking Secret Empire, and he's there for an issue and a page.
Mm-hmm.
And they even say, "Welcome back, Mr. Banner," and it's the 616 Banner.
It's horrible. It's horrible.
And then make that not even make any more sense, then in Ultimates 2, the ultimate Bruce Banner is over there. So it couldn't have been the ultimate Bruce Banner if it's supposed to be the ultimate Bruce Banner. I'm like,
agrees with Captain America because he follows Captain America. No, like I said before, if my dad put on a fucking Nazi outfit and started killing Jews, I would say, Dad, we at least have to talk. You know, I would not join him in what he's doing.
Don't even get me started on what they did to Frank.
Jesus Lord in heaven, the Punisher would not have joined Captain America in this. They got barf. Now there is no story they can tell in the Marvel Universe. Oh my gosh, Thanos is coming. He's got the gauntlet. Hey, Barf, can you throw up the gauntlet for us? Take it away from here. You go. There you go. There is no story in the Marvel Universe anymore. Worlds collide. What do you need? Barf's over there.
Again. Galactus is coming again. Oh, well, here, have the ultimate nullifier.
It is just so fucking stupid. Okay, and I've mentioned this before. Secret Warriors tie-in, where they're trying to save some Inhumans from a detention camp, and there's a Hydra agent fighting Moon Girl. Not and the Devil Dinosaur, just Moon Girl, 10-year-old Moon Girl. And she kicks him in the balls and hits him in the stomach and knocks him out. She's 10 years old. Go fight a 10-year-old. It's not that hard. I go to Chuck E. Cheese all the time. I can tell you this is not that hard. My ball pit, bitch.
Whoa, no.
All right. So there you go, kids. Those were our top 10 list and a couple of comments and segments that we just kind of go off. We do go on tangents when we do our live streams. But what did you think? Did we put something on the worst list that didn't belong there? Or did we leave something off you thought, hey, this book sucked. It should be on your top 10 list as well. Let us know in the comments below. Also, if you like videos like this, you know the drill. Click like, share, just to get the word out about the channel. And if you haven't done it already, hit subscribe and that notification bell. That way you don't miss anything, because sometimes, just sometimes, cool things happen around these parts. Also, if you are subscribed and you haven't been getting notified, please check that notification bell again, because YouTube's messing around with stuff and people aren't getting notified. Now, this is the way we make our living, so if you don't mind helping us out, go on over to Patreon. Drop $1 in the till. Help us keep the lights on and help us keep making videos like this. I'd like to thank everybody who's already done that, and to everyone, all of the true believers who are happy to see most of these books going the way of the dodo. We thank you very, very much for watching.
And a little trader, walk a little prouder, be an innovator, laugh a little louder, go forever greater, we can show you how to. And when will you be then? You belong, you belong, you belong, you belong to the Merry Marvel Marching Society. March along, march along, march along to the song of the Merry Marvel Marching